Hi, my name is Fedoriouk, and today I'm going to be talking about musical instruments from Eastern Europe, specifically cimbalom, instrument that was originated in Persia in 9th century BC, made its way into all different parts of the world. Cimbalom has 125 strings, big resonating box. Cimbalom is the predecessor of a piano, and when it was originated, it was a very small instrument that had only 20 strings, and you could carry around. And in 1870s, instrument maker Joseph Shunda came up with this contemporary layout, and today we know this as a contemporary cimbalom. So now you can hear how the cimbalom sounds. We're going to explore the sound of a traditional Ukrainian cymbali, where they use very short sticks, and they don't have anything on it, no cotton, no string on it, just bare wood, and the sound is very metallic. So next, we're going to travel to Romania, southern portion of the Carpathian Mountains, where they use cymbal in a lot of folk music. The sticks that they play with, they're very flexible. They use cotton and string at the end. The sound is very percussive. Here's an example. Next stop on our journey will be Hungary, where cimbalom was developed into a form that we know today. Joseph Shunda, a musical instrument maker, he developed a fully chromatic system that spans 5.5 octaves. A damper system which involves dampers, and the pedal, the sustain pedal, that when you press down, it lifts or lowers the dampers. And that's one of the biggest advantages of the cimbalom, which is part of the hammer dulcimer family. All the instruments that have strings and you hit with hammers belong to a hammer dulcimer family. So in Hungary, in traditional music, a lot of times they use sticks that are much softer than in other regions. It imitates the sound of the piano. Here's an example. Now we're going to explore the traditional instruments of the Carpathian Mountains that belong to a flute family. Many centuries ago, shepherds would make different types of flutes from woods that were available around in the Carpathian Mountains. And originally it was a very simple flute with 6 holes. It was a diatonic instrument, and it was a very primitive. And then around the turn of the century in Ukraine, instrument makers decided to add additional holes, and they created a fully chromatic instrument, and they call it sopilka. Next, we're going to explore the instrument called talinka. This instrument has no finger holes, and it's used to perform only using overtone series. Next, we're going to explore the instrument called pan pipe or pan flute, and in Ukraine they call it rebro, in Romania they call it nai. Next, we're going to explore the instrument called Vladinsiyuka, and it's in Ukrainian it means double flute. So there's 2 flutes that glue together, and one is a drone, has no finger holes, and the other one has 6 finger holes. And here's how it sounds. As I mentioned earlier, the instrument sopilka was developed in the turn of the century, and later on, instrument makers created the whole family of instruments. Piccolo sopilka, we have soprano sopilka, alto, and the bass. So where all the musicians can play in an ensemble. Here's an example of an alto sopilka. Another instrument that imitates bird calls is known as Ocarina, and in Ukraine they call it zuzulka, which is the name for the bird, and it's usually made out of clay. You can also play melodies on it. We have a simple version of zuzulka, which has only 4 holes. This one mostly imitates sound of the birds. But you can also play a simple melodies on it. Another instrument in the Carpathian Mountains is the jaw harp. I hope you enjoyed the journey throughout Eastern Europe and the Carpathian Mountains, and all the wonderful musical instruments that have been in existence for many, many centuries and still played today. Thank you.